Yo, it's Rob here. And Rob says, man, how ironic it is that the first black Muslim president does not like the first Muslim mayor of New York City. Wow, what a freaking Uncle Tom. Uncle Obama isn't Uncle Tom. You know, see, this is the problem with certain groups, specifically minority groups in America. There's just no loyalty. Okay, here's what I don't understand, America. You can go to work every day of the week and lose tons of money out of your paycheck. If you just added up a decade of what your government takes from you, it would just be astronomical if you actually took the time to say something about it, right? But here, Mamdani, whatever his religious views are, which are not my concern, says he wants to help New Yorkers. He wants to help with the cost of living. He wants to help with the cost of transportation. And he thinks the wealth gap is just too big. Now, you can hate him for that, but I don't understand why. You all go to church every Sunday. You put money in the offertoria to what? Help other people in need. Now, when there's 1 in 8 people in this country who need food to eat, the richest country in the world, there's a freaking problem. When you have a billionaires list of 400 people, there's a freaking problem. But what I can't stand, you know what? I just wish Obama would stay the fuck out of this shit, because you know what? I blame Obama more than any other person in my generation for the level of racism that we have in America today. The first day Obama was in office, his little professor from Massachusetts couldn't show his freaking ID to a cop. And it created all this outrage, and it was just like so stupid because, every freaking black person in America knows that when you get pulled over, man, you gotta put your hands up, you show your ID. And here you had a professor who knew Obama, and because he's president, suddenly the law doesn't apply to him. And what I just can't stand is look at this. Congratulations to all the Democratic candidates who won tonight. Where is Zoran's name? Where is Mamdani in there? It's a reminder that when we come together around strong, forward-looking leaders who care about the issues that matter, we can win. Let me just tell you something. The Democrats did not win shit tonight. What the Democrats won tonight was they had candidates in states where Trump was opposed. And really, that's what happens when one president comes in, the next president goes out. Generally, there's a flip, okay? But other than the state of Virginia and Governor Abigail, who is actually, in my view, kind of a real Democrat, the rest of them, including an attorney general who threatened the other party's candidate, literally, they didn't really, nobody's talking about saving anybody money. Nobody's actually talking about reducing your rent. Nobody's actually talking about why food is so expensive. For example, coffee is the same thing it's been for the last 100 years. Why has a can of coffee jumped to 100, 200% in 40 days? I didn't hear nothing about some coffee drought and everything. Transportation costs haven't been any more costly or less costly than they've ever been. But yeah, a 10-ounce can of coffee in my state is $7, when 5 years ago it was $1.99 or $2.49. But again, I just don't understand. Obama, I wish you and your wife would just stay out of politics, because you just don't have anything positive to say. You don't visit your South Side Chicago anymore. You don't, we're even from there anyways, right? You just keep throwing things in there. And when you should have come out, and again, Hakeem Jeffries waited till the last minute. Governor Hochul was a little bit. Every single Democratic candidate in this freaking country who claims they're Democrat waited till the last minute to get on the guy's side who's just saying he's trying to fucking help you. So you know what? Yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry because where I live, a whole bunch of seniors lost a lot of health care. And, whatever you want to call it, it's not their fault. They're living a corrupt system. But it doesn't matter when you got to pay for your drugs, when you got to pay for your medicine. You either have the money or you don't. And if you don't have the money and your condition is anywhat life-threatening, well, too bad, according to you. I think it's very disgraceful that Barack Obama, Uncle Obama, couldn't even in mainstream media come out and say, hey, what a great win. You know what? Maybe I don't agree with Mamdani on all his principles, but you know what? There's nothing wrong at the end of the day in helping Americans have a better life, an easier life, a cheaper life, and a life where they can actually see a future for themselves. I'm Rob. This is Rob Says. And you know what? Until next time, I don't know. I just get a little pissed off on these little things. It's like, I'm just not, every single issue doesn't have a comment. But here, you know, Democrats flipped a lot of states, you know, but the most important race in the country, New York City, where the guy truly wants to try to help you and put a policy position to try to help us, everyone calls him an asshole. I just find it freaking incredulous. I just don't understand it. But hey, Barack Obama, he's got a beautiful mansion out there on Martha's Vineyard, and he travels all over the country, and his wife's on a podcast making millions all day long, just like the Clintons and everybody else in the political arena, while we all sit here and nothing changes for us except for the prices of everyday goods. I'm Rob. Have a good day for now, and bye for now.